him for a short amount of time.
That's all right.
He's a little busy.
I'll be popping in and out today.
Now, Todd,
Excellent.
based on, of course, we're recording for YouTube right here, so we see everything. But if you would come over and
let's
sit
have
here,
him jump down.
I'll show you why, because you are
I totally would have left my phone there. This one?
you are live on Facebook right now, as you can see in the 10-second delay.
Hello.
So hello to everybody on Facebook. There's Todd Fisher.
Hi.
We are.
It's
Go ahead,
me.
scoot a little closer to the microphone there.
Hi, it's me.
All right. Welcome to the show, our 100th episode and your
100.
first anniversary.
100 episodes.
100th
That's right.
episode.
That's crazy talk.
It is crazy. Now, to be fair, we've done the wrestling event, which spread out over 5 or 6 episodes.
Right.
We did the Star Wars Marathon, which went 5 or 6,
Right.
and then the actual
Do we
Star Wars
Do we
event.
count those separately towards the
We
100?
do, because
We
on
do.
YouTube, they're chopped up into episodes.
No,
You
that's
don't
cool.
want a 4-hour episode, so
Or-
we chop
or
them
do
up.
you?
I
No,
do.
nobody wants
I
that.
do, but they
Nobody
don't.
wants that.
Talon and
What?
Alita, some of our other guests later today, are just
Yeah.
doing a quick wave. We'll be
Hello.
seeing them later today and the podcast as well from a couple of geeks. Oh, I'm good with the names. I remember Alita.
I know, man.
Alita and Talon.
Alita. Yep.
Alita's an easy one for me to remember because it's also the name of Alita 1 from
Yeah.
Transformers.
Not so much for art because
Yeah.
you kept calling her Alina.
I kept screwing up during
Aw.
they were on our show a couple of weeks back, and I just kept screwing it up. But then Greg said, just remember Alita Ford, which wasn't her name, but that's easy to
I
remember
keep
now.
calling her Mike.
Nope, that's
Oh,
wrong.
See, now that's in my head.
That's
I did
not right.
call her Mike accidentally.
We've talked about her father before.
She told some good stories about her dad, yes.
Her dad's pretty amazing. He is currently here as the War Doctor,
See?
the same cosplay he did a year ago, and I looked at him and I said, "Hey Doc, time's funny stuff, isn't it?"
Oh, that's so cool. And you know
I
what?
know, man.
She told some great stories about her dad
He's
and
great.
growing up with a dad like that. And,
Sure.
And that's so cool. She told some great stories. I'd like to meet him
Well, it's
today.
gotta be a whole different experience having a father that I mean, a lot of times you'll get a dad or a mom that's has their own little niche geekdom
Yes.
and kind of encourages you, but somebody who can actively participate with you is something altogether different, and that's what I think Alita has with her dad.
Well,
He's
let's
just
talk
the
about
coolest.
them later when they're actually on. Todd, let's
Yeah,
talk about
I know.
let's talk about what's going on at the
So,
store today.
By the way, forget for a second that this is a comics book store and a sci-fi store. You have successfully run a business for 1 year.
It's a little
Congratulations.
weird.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it's
And it's
a
not
little
easy
weird.
because they always say the first year is the hardest.
It is. If this is the hardest,
and
Oh, boy.
and
I hate to use the word hard, but
Challenging?
what she
challenging
said.
exactly. Challenging is a far more apt description. Every day is a new challenge, but damned if I don't love a challenge.
All right.
You know?
And,
All right.
and you've been handed a pretty big challenge being in this particular location at Argonne because Argonne has gone through some changes this year. They haven't had just the greatest
It's
luck.
true. It's true. We've had our ups and downs
Mm-hmm.
with the location. They've gone through a kind of a renaissance in the last even 5 or 6 months.
But it's great that they're
With the
trying
facelift.
new things.
I love it.
And-
They brought David in from
Yep.
from corporate in New York with a big vision. They commandeered Craig, our contractor,
Yes.
when they saw what he was able to do with our space
Unimpressed
with the
Craig.
theming.
Will we see him here today?
I hope.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
He's actually in the next couple of days. I know that he might not be in town. I think he's out off to JoeCon.
Oh.
Like there's a big GI Joe convention, the final GI Joe convention, from what I
He
understand.
kind of lived here for a while.
He did, yeah,
During
he
the no electricity days.
That's right.
Yeah.
The dark times.
Yeah.
Literally.
Truly the dark
Yeah.
times, yeah.
For real.
We talked about it for a little while. We were just reminiscing back to 1 year ago, and
Oh,
even
man.
beyond that when you were sitting here
It
in the
doesn't
dark.
seem like a year, does it? It's
I don't know. In some ways, it feels like you've always been here.
right. That's an apt way to put it.
Yeah, I just thinking back like the grand opening when we were sitting right here in this spot at the grand opening. It just seems like yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, that we were doing all that. You were cutting the ribbon.
It could just as likely be that very day right now.
Yeah, it could be.
Like maybe all this has been a fever dream.
oh no, and
Oh
we're
no!
just
Oh god!
You're gonna wake up in bed and
And Suzanne
Bob.
Plachette.
Yeah.
Right.
Suzanne Plachette will be next to me.
you're just there about to cut the ribbon again
that
for
would
the
be
very
super
first
meta.
time. Oh, jeez, like none of this has happened.
Ooh, and she says that she just had the weirdest dream that Bob Newhart was next to her in bed. Come on,
That
meta.
would be fantastic.
I would watch that episode.
So how if people were to come by the store today, what chance do they have of meeting Todd Fisher?
Oh, very likely. I'll be here all day, of course. Meeting and greeting, kissing babies, all that.
The,
Apparently, my father is here. My
I
dad
was
is
gonna
here
say-
again.
No kidding.
I think I saw him walk by because
Oh,
I met
really?
him last year, and I saw him walk by. Is he wearing a Gods and Monsters shirt?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Would he have on and the correct word would be cap? not
He
baseball.
he probably
Okay,
has
then
a
I
cap.
did see him. He
Yeah.
walked by,
Did he
and I
look
saw
like
him
an
walking.
Did he look like an old grizzled me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
And
much,
I
okay.
think he is here. He's wearing his cap, and
may
he's
have
got his
been
Gods
me.
and Monsters shirt on. But I saw him like 45 minutes or a half hour ago.
It's
walk
funny
in
because
here.
I look like an old grizzled me right now.
I think we met him last year, but we didn't get to sit down with him to talk with
I
him.
would love for you to get to talk to
I
my
would
dad.
love that as well. Just to go back in
he's
time.
been very vocal about how pleased he is with us.
Now,
and
does he
how-
live locally?
He lives in the Daytona Beach area.
Okay, so
so
he's-
he's relatively local.
He's been here more than a few times. then-
Globally, he's very local.
Yes, yes.
Now,
He's
Todd,
been-
we talked to you a couple of times in past weeks about the running up to this day, and you
Sure.
said that there were a few. You had your vendor booths about 50%, then you had them like 75%, and then you said there was a few vendor booth spots left. And I was
Oh,
just
for
like,
this event
yeah, for
specifically?
today.
Sure.
And I thought, how hard is it to fill 12, 15 tables?
Oh man, by the end of it, like today,
You have 30, 40.
it's we're not only are we packed today, but we've sadly had to turn away about 20 people.
and that is
wow.
fantastic.
It
to,
is.
to be in that to
and
have
sad
that
at the same
problem.
time.
It's not a bad problem to have. I hate having to be the guy to say no. Well, it's frankly it's falling on Anna's shoulder. She does all the correspondence, so she's the one having to tell people no, and I'm sorry, but
We're booked.
we are, and
Yep.
I mean I'm.
Is there anyone here you want to kind of spotlight and let people know that they can see
Man,
here?
I don't
that
even know
maybe
who's here today.
Well, I was walking around last night and looking at all the empty tables and reading off the names and stuff like that, and I was just amazed of how many different people are here today representing their craft or their
Sure.
their involvement in all of this. And then I need to get a minute, if Art will let me go away, but I need a minute just to walk around to
Yeah,
see
just to see
everybody
it
that's
all.
here
I mean,
now, because
I printed out everything that was on the Gods and Monsters invitation on Facebook.
Okay.
But there's just the list just goes on and on. You've got one of the artists from Archie Comics is here.
Sure, yeah.
Adam Bryce Thomas.
Uh-huh.
And Tim Proctor is here, a local artist and actor. He does The Walking Dead, I
He
believe.
was, yep,
I
he
think
was
we've met
featured
him here
zombie.
before, but
Yeah.
there's so many things to see here today. Expect when you come down here to spend the entire day here.
Plus, we've got a ton of cosplayers out to take pictures with the kids. Like a lot of people are, using this as another reason to get dutied
Dressed
up. And
absolutely.
yeah, man.
There'll be a contest tonight at 10 o'clock, I believe, with
yeah, I
prizes.
just saw that here. Yeah.
Yeah.
With prizes at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and
then-
frankly, that's what this place is all about, and always has been. It's always been about a place where you guys don't have to feel so shunned. You can. We encourage cosplay every day. So,
Of course.
I mean, yeah.
And again, I was here last night, and you had a small cosplay gathering, and the turnout was incredible.
You know what? It's weird. We've done cosplay cuties several times now, and last night was a marked rise in attendance.
Why do you suppose that was? Is there any
I don't
reason?
know. I was trying to figure it out
Maybe
myself.
The word
the
is spreading.
hangover,
I
the
guess.
hangover after
Yeah.
MegaCon, or
That's what I'm thinking.
huh?
Hey, aren't those some local Ghostbusters behind me?
See now, if you're
Future guests.
you would go down a little bit. You're here up on the Facebook. There you go. Now
There
wait
it
10
is.
seconds and
Oh,
you'll
wait,
see yourself
there
up
he
on
is.
the Facebook page.
It's very,
there it
it's-
is.
It's very interactive.
Yes. 10 seconds later and you're on the air.
All right,
Yes.
when you both scream into the
Ryan
microphones,
Scott
you
back
kill the
there,
levels.
The local
Sorry about
Ghostbusters
that.
chapter. He's awesome.
So there'll be a costume contest tonight. You also have the Killer Robots. What do you know about?
Oh, are they coming back tonight
They are
too?
10:30 tonight. Performance by the Killer Robots after the contest.
That's great.
Those aren't
I-
the guys who dress up in the silver costumes, are they?
Yeah, they're like they're gigantic
Are they really?
robot costumes? Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that's
here.
somebody else I'm thinking about.
I'll read the
Okay.
description
Well,
if you
they-
want for Killer Robots. It says,
I don't know how upset they get about stuff like this, but they're very much like Guar. They remind me very much of
nothing
Guar,
wrong with
like
being
I don't
compared
think
to
you
No
are
Guar.
way,
upset
dude.
with that, no.
Because Guar is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got the big, foam costumes, and
Yep.
they're
Cool.
killer.
Yeah, you'll see them here at 10:30 tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you also have performances by the Grotesque Burlesque,
Oh sure. Yeah,
including Fire Dancing by Mary Beth
I hope so.
at
That'd be
9
lovely.
p.m.
Were they here for the grand opening?
They were.
You had a
They
you
were
had
here
a
as
silk
Phantasmagoria.
person.
spinning around up
yeah,
in the
yeah,
air
yeah.
up here as well.
Yeah, Phantasmagoria is old friends of ours.
Cool.
John Dodonna running that troupe. He's amazing. He goes a long way back with the artistic crowd here in Orlando, and yeah, he's an old friend.
I see you have the roller derby girls running around here. They're on their
Amazing.
little skates.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
I
But,
saw-
So basically, hell's a pop in here. I mean,
Hell-
it's a bunch of crazy stuff happening, and
love
if
it.
you don't see something here that you enjoy, I don't think we want to know you.
I don't know.
well, you know,
You've done your very best to accommodate everyone here. There's something here for everyone.
You know what? We're trying. We're trying to make a safe space where people can come and just hang out and be be weird together.
Well, it's not safe if they're doing fire dancing, but
That's
you know,
true.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
It's all right. We've got.
there's an element of danger,
We have
which
fire-
is good
we have
times.
fire
There's
extinguishers standing
an
by.
element.
We're fine. It's all legit. We're
Yeah.
up to code. I saw earlier as we were doing one of our interviews a couple hours ago that one of the giant Yodas was being carried
Oh,
in.
was it?
Where did that come from?
One of the giant Yodas.
It's a Yoda. You know, like your
Todd
Iron
doesn't
Man.
even know what's
I
going
don't
on
know
in his
what's going
store.
I recall
like a life-size Yoda.
Yeah, I recall a video that you were in years ago. You know, advertising
Sure.
a comic book store, and there was a giant Yoda in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, boy, that looked
That's
very
weird.
similar to that one.
I wonder if it's part of somebody's display. or
Maybe
if
it
it's,
is,
if
but it
it's
was like
ours.
it was. I would say a life-size Yoda.
Yeah.
Was and I see all your characters are dressed for
Oh,
the
yeah.
party. Iron Man is fully prepared
Yes,
for a
yes.
party with the hat on. The
Tony's
stormtroopers are wearing
Tony's
hats.
a party guy.
Voltron has a party hat on one of his horns.
That's right.
That's great.
Is it on the left horn or the right horn?
On the
That's
left horn.
important. Okay,
Left horn.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. Yeah.
Because
Left
it
is right,
matters.
right is wrong.
Let's be clear.
'Cause it
let's
matters.
be clear on that. So
It mattered in high school.
It's been, I mean, for somebody like Greg or myself, you know, we come here once a week. Oh, we get to be a part of this. This is fun. But for you, it's been a full year.
Can I
full
year.
address
Life.
that real
Sure.
quick?
Yeah.
Please.
You came along, Art, at a time when we didn't know if we were going to be able to open at all. Like we were.
Right. Let's document it and see what happens.
Yeah, let's exactly right.
Let's watch.
I'm showing that actually today. These are the clips of the construction that
Oh,
are
no
going
kidding.
on. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's weird because I find it difficult to put into words how instrumental you've been in, and Greg as your team have been in keeping morale up and just, I don't know, helping us keep going.
We're just kind of here to observe and report. It's just fun to do this, you know? And then there are times when, you know, you had no power, but
Sure.
we'd still go on and we'd do construction episodes.
Oh,
but
yeah,
then,
that was great.
But then when it was time to get the word out and let people know that this grand opening is happening,
Sure.
it was just a delight. It was a lot of fun to do this. And to come here every week is a blast.
Todd, we
Well-
were I was trying to ramp up to this before you came over, and I think where I was headed was like, thank you for letting us come here and do this, because we just started doing it and you never told us to stop doing
Right,
it.
Why
right.
on earth would I
shit.
tell you guys
They
to
showed
stop?
up again this week. Hey, guys. Hi, Art. Hi, Greg.
No,
They're
it's-
here again.
Well, it's tough. It's tough in any artistic endeavor to find people that are motivated and consistent. And if anything, you guys, we're 100 episodes in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's only a year. You know, some
Yeah.
people do shows that never even get remotely close to that.
Sure.
So I mean, to have the consistency and, you know, the bravado that you guys bring to the stage with what you do here is so cool. And you're always innovating. You know, you start doing the live ones.
Yeah, now we're live on Facebook
live.
for
Look at
those
that.
people, and people have been popping up questions and
Yeah.
talking to us. It's great.
So it is humbling to have had, and I think that we've become friends over
Absolutely,
over the time.
yes.
And I don't know, man.
You've given us an outlet. We really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
I would hate to think what this last year would have been like without you guys. So
Oh,
I am,
that's
I am,
very,
I
very
am
cool.
eternally grateful. Even if you were to say this is the 100th and last episode,
It will not be the last
yay!
episode.
Boy, wouldn't that be a downer if
Man,
this was the
right?
100th and final episode at your first anniversary?
Todd closes the door at the end of the night and is like, well, that's it.
Too bad, man. That's it. It's nice to have, you know, you guys. So
Well, thanks.
Still
We love
so
being
interested.
we love being just a tiny little small part of everything that goes on here, and we kind of like to spread the word and let
I
people
love it,
know
man.
about
Well,
it.
you bring such a legitimacy to us with what you do.
And you bring a legitimacy to us.
To us, that's right.
Yay.
We have an outlet now, you know,
Yeah.
to do these things once a week. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we don't. It's just Greg and I talking.
It's symbiotic, like Venom.
Sometimes, if we don't have a guest, I pull my kids out of the trunk of the car, and they just come and sit
That's
and talk
right.
with us.
That's right.
And we love to do that. But every week, we try and do something and have the camera pointed in the directions that lets the people see this store, because this store is a sight to see.
Now, I know it's a long day ahead of you guys.
Yep.
Do you guys have openings for, say, if I were to send people over to talk to you guys, to encourage them to talk to you, or?
Yeah, we have people booked throughout the day, but like Mark Schaub is supposed to be here now, but he's a little behind schedule. But
Sure.
we have somebody booked for every hour.
Great.
But we're not going to try and keep them for the full hour. We'll
Sure.
try and keep those last 15 minutes.
Keep it organic.
Right. So
I like it.
anybody can come by. Yes.
That's great.
Absolutely. You have somebody in mind you want us to visit
I
with?
do. My friend John Sarabino is here. He runs Moderately OK Cosplay, and he's actually brought a lot of his friends in today. But
Uh-huh.
I'd like you to talk to John at some point today, because
Absolutely.
he's great. I've already mentioned it to him. I'll send him over after a bit. I'm going to do a round,
Please.
and I will definitely don't think this is the last you'll hear of me.
No,
today.
no. We'll be here till I think 7 o'clock tonight. So
I'll try
you
to
just-
find my dad.
Well, if you can bring him on over, if he's not too busy
I will-
signing autographs or whatever.
I will definitely bring my
whatever
dad over.
the father of a famous business owner does.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
have him good.
Are we doing? Are there questions? Oh,
People pop questions up. I haven't seen any lately, but we were talking with other guests and they were popping up questions. Yes, but you
Nice.
are there live.
all right. Well, I will be back, guys. Carry on.
Come by anytime. It's your store. Todd Fisher joining us live on the Facebook show and also on YouTube. And perhaps we'll be visiting with him later today as well. Let's see if we had any questions. Of course, Todd has walked away now. Oh, okay, Steven says hi to Todd. I was too late on that one. Steven just did a quick hi, Todd,
right, I'm
but
back.
I was 10 seconds too slow on that.
Was that a real,
It sounded like
Bagpipe
bagpipes I was
player?
hearing, yes.
or was that the PA?
Steven is asking, you can put video podcasts on YouTube.
Yeah, you
iTunes,
You
he
can
says.
put it on iTunes.
Yes.
He just doesn't know how to.
Yeah,
yet.
I just haven't done that yet, and I'll be happy to go back and put all the old episodes on there and have a video podcast on iTunes. That would be awesome. Greg getting situated with his microphone and headset.
Well, no, I'm just I don't want to keep using the same headset because there's ear sweat, and stuff like that. And I don't,
Rotate those out. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
I don't want to contribute.
Well, we're on what's called Part 2. I resent the link on my Facebook page to let people know about that because,
I haven't because I'm a terrible host.
from time to time, Facebook Live, for one reason or another, will cut out. Might be based on my phone and have nothing to do with Facebook Live.
It's always based on your phone.
Yes. Hey Siri. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, it just shut off.
Oh,
No,
whoops.
that happened at the wrestling, but that's not a problem this
Right.
week. So we got a quick visit from Todd, who was, who was very grateful for you and I in doing our show, and we're grateful to him for letting us be a part of this.
That feels pretty good to be just even noticed, I guess.
Yes.
Because that's where I was headed this whole time. Because I've sort of had a podcast that I've done in the past. I don't do it anymore.
Sure.
You've had production show type
sure.
things that you've done in
but
the
nothing
past.
consistent.
No,
and I
and-
needed something like that.
Yeah. I love to talk, and I don't talk too much to people during the general week unless I'm doing a shoot or something like that. And I'm sure you try to avoid talking to your family as much as possible and just
And they
sit in your
frickin'
room.
Showed
and
up
just
here. What am I
stare.
supposed to do? They showed up here.
Yeah, well, so yeah, and so I enjoy this very much. I enjoy the opportunity to sit and talk and just basically about whatever tech, whatever nerd, whatever
Right.
movies, TV,
Movie, comic book,
Yeah,
book
any-
review.
all this stuff that we got to talk to, all the people that we got to meet, all the interesting stories that we got to hear over the last year. It's really been a really cool situation, a really cool year just of and really I'm only doing this because I enjoy doing it, and if this was a pain in the ass, I probably wouldn't do it. So I really have enjoyed this last year doing all these podcasts.
I agree. I'm getting a question from one of our guests later today.
Dumb
Bill Sylvie
question.
was wanting to know if he needed to bring any D&D stuff today, but we're so busy with what's going on in the store. I was just going to say, just you today. We're busy
Yeah.
with all the things that are going on around us,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so happy with Facebook Live, but it's so hard to not get the whole table in the shot. I guess ideally, next time we've got it shot up and shoot down at us, and
We need like a 17-mile long cable
it's
to
just-
get it away from us.
It feels like to me like the phone is so far away. I expect to
Yeah,
see
it is.
so much, but it's such a
Well, because when you take a picture with that phone, if you were to take a picture right now, it would have the whole store in the picture. And for whatever reason, this Facebook Live just chooses to use this small box.
Yeah, I mean, with Periscope, we were able to turn the camera sideways and be horizontal and be
Right.
16 by 9. But for whatever reason, Facebook's not doing that yet, and that's fine. I can't complain. It's just
For the ability to do this and have it work without a whole lot of problems, then great.
and there's just more of a reach with Facebook Live. Also,
So we need to discuss
yes.
how we are going to eat
Oh, yes.
and how we're going to drink. And
You know
how-
what? If you want to take a break, our next guest has just arrived.
You know what I'll do is I'll grab some food. Would you like anything?
I feel like I'm not hungry, and I already have a drink here with me, so I'm actually all right.
Well,
you should
if
do
you're,
that.
if
Take a
you're
little
not
break.
hungry, I am, so I'm going to grab some food and
Okay.
maybe start drinking.
I'll talk with Mark Shop for a
but
while.
I'll be
from
back
Orlando
in like
Mall
10
Guy.
minutes.
All right, you come on back, and everything's good.